My name is Nick Dorrell, and my presentation is over stress management. I picked this skill to develop and improve because it's a super important aspect in my life. Staying calm and collected under stressful situations, which happen almost every day, is super important to me. I want to develop and improve my stress management skills because it gives me the ability to recognize stress, control my emotional reactions, and use healthy coping strategies to stay focused and productive during difficult times and situations. It also involves managing responsibilities, emotions, and pressure in a way that prevents stress from negatively affecting my mental health, others' mental health, relationships, school, or work performance. Good stress management does not mean eliminating stress completely, because stress is a normal part of our life. Instead, it means learning how to respond to stressful situations calmly and effectively in our everyday life. This skill also includes maintaining healthy habits, balancing responsibilities, and using techniques such as exercise, time management, breaks, and positive thinking to reduce overwhelming feelings in our bodies. I pick stress management because it's something that affects me in school and in my everyday life. Whenever you have multiple things happening at once throughout the week, from school to work to things in your personal life, it's easy for all that to build up and become overwhelmed. This skill is important to me because I want to become more consistent and balanced in how I handle pressure. I know that stress affects mood, energy, performance, and especially during busy weeks, that can become a big issue. And this affects stuff in the future, and everything's important in the future, and we can't risk having bad weeks. For my plan to improve my stress management, I want to focus on creating healthier daily habits and becoming more organized with my responsibilities. For my first action with that, I intend to use a planner and calendar every day to organize assignments, work shifts, appointments, and personal things in my life. This will reduce last-minute stress and avoid procrastination. For my next thing I want to do to improve my stress management, I want to set aside time for exercise and relaxation during the week. I want to exercise at least 4 times per week, even if it's only going for a walk, going to the gym, or doing a short workout. Physical activity helps reduce stress and clears my mind when I feel overwhelmed. Potential obstacles that could pop up in my stress management plan. The first one would be I might face losing motivation or falling back into procrastination habits whenever I get very busy. If this happens, my backup plan is to simplify my routine instead of giving up completely. I can just start doing easier things to try and help myself build back up in that habit. Another obstacle would be not having enough time for exercise, breaks, or sleep. If this happens, I'll just keep adjusting my calendar and schedule and keep using shorter activities instead of skipping them entirely. For how I will measure success in my stress management plan, I will keep a weekly checklist of specific actions I am committed to completing. I will track whether I updated my planner daily, exercised at least 4 times per week, followed my study break schedule, and maintained a healthy sleep routine. At the end of each week, I will calculate how many of these planned activities I successfully completed all throughout the week. I want to complete at least 80% of my planned stress management activities each week. In doing this, if I planned at least 10 stress management activities in 1 week, I would need to complete at least 8 of them to get my 80%. This measurement focuses on whether I consistently followed the plan rather than I completely eliminated stress. For knowing how I will know if my skills improve for my stress management plan, I will be paying attention to how I react during stressful situations and seeing if that improves closely in the future. I plan to rate my stress level each day on a scale from 1 to 10 and see how much that improves every single day. After several weeks, I will compare my ratings to see whether I feel calmer and more in control of my busier periods of my day, to see if my stress is more controlled. I will also observe changes in my productivity and my overall well-being just to make sure I'm doing better. If I begin completing assignments earlier, sleeping better, procrastinating less, and feeling more focused during school and work, those will be big signs and indicators that my plan is doing really good for me. I will also reflect on whether I feel less overwhelmed overall and while balancing multiple responsibilities, because that's what our big focus was focusing on multiple responsibilities at once and getting too overwhelmed throughout the day during those.